I have a little trip down memory lane I want to take today. There's a special mountain that I like to hike from time to time that I've been doing ever since I was a little kid growing up in this neighborhood. So I thought I'd take you with me up the trail and show you one of my favorite special little places. Should be a good time. Afternoon. Good, thanks. When I was a kid, and we get hiking up this way, it always seemed like when we got to this red thing, we were well and truly on our way. It's still relatively the beginning of the trail, but this thing's been here since forever. Usually hornets would end up building a nest right here, and we'd have to dodge them all the time. But yeah, we're really just getting warmed up. Wow. The last time this trail had snow on it and I hiked it, it was probably when I was 8 or 9 years old, which would be about 30 years ago. It's probably only gonna get snowier too. Yep, just more and more snow. And this is why I switched into these boots. Well, anyway, here's the beginning of like the real trailhead. So, at least it looks like there's a little bit of sunshine along the way, huh? Yeah, here we go. Maybe getting a little more out of breath and maybe getting ever more challenging, but it's also getting a whole lot prettier and prettier. Through here has always traditionally been kind of the first official resting spot on the way up to the good stuff. Not a bad view, huh? A lot of history right here on this little rock. There's been a lot of other deep and crazy conversations I've had right here at this spot. A couple of life-altering conversations and outlooks on it. One of my good friends told me about why he thinks he should get divorced right here and how bad his life has been, and we kind of came to some conclusions on how to make that better for him. And I don't know, it's just a lot of history here. All right, that's enough of this stop. We still got a ways to go. Let's get to it. I'm not gonna lie, this part might be actually my least favorite part of this whole hike, because it just, well, if that doesn't explain why right there, but just doesn't get any less steep than this for a long time now. I actually prefer when it's a little rough like this, because at least then you have something to stand on. Otherwise it's just really slick. And I'll tell you, this snow ain't helping. If you can't tell, we're basically right on the face of the mountain right now, right on the edge for a good while longer. At least all these footprints in the snow are telling me that I'm not the only one dumb enough to come up here after it snowed. You know, it's funny, I actually can see my house from here. So way, if we can zoom in. That one with the black garage right in the middle. That's where I grew up. So we used to just walk up here all the time. Used to be able to run on some of this. That's probably as good as we're gonna get right now. That tree up there signifies symbolizes the top of what we always called the scar, and basically the official second rest point. Oh, hallelujah. Okay. This little rock right here is where we can stop and pop a squat and take a little breather. Right here is the top of the scar that we used to sled down when we were kids. So honestly, we're probably through the worst of it, and that's like the first half. But as you'll see soon, the second half actually gets a little bit easier, relatively speaking. And this has always been one of my most favorite little reveals. So you can see just about right behind my head here is a little place we call Tri-Claw Mountain because of the three claws that are right there. We, who knows what the official name is of that? That's just what my brother called it back when we were kids. So it was tradition for us all to to hike up to each one of those spires. And at some point, being teenage boys, we did what any teenage boy would do once he climbs on top of something. We'd take a piss off of it and just watch it arc all the way down into the chasm there. Good times. So now we'll continue our journey up into this little nook of the canyon right here. You know, it's not unusual during certain times of year here in the spring when all the snow is melting. There's a lot of waterfalls that appear on the side of the mountain. It's pretty amazing to watch. And judging from this first bit of snow we've had this year, I bet there's gonna be a lot of pretty waterfalls in the spring. Here's a little rock I like to call Fake Out Rock, because I always think it's the rock that I'm trying to get to when I'm down a little further down the trail, but never is. It always, you know, fakes me out. I'd hate that rock if it wasn't at least kind of cool. Almost there, I'm pretty sure. I mean, by this point, I always keep telling myself I'm almost there, but it's probably still kind of far away. It's one of these up here. See those big granite slabs? There's one of them sticking out of the mountain, and that's where we're gonna go. You can see right here on this trail, we're actually seeing deer tracks, so it'd be pretty cool if we ran into one of them. The only thing is, there's usually also mountain lions up here too, and every now and then there's a bear, so I don't know. If nothing else, hopefully we'll at least catch it on film and pull a DiCaprio in The Revenant or something. So, this is actually it. Looks kind of small from here, but it's not. It's just an angle thing, really. So, you know, it's funny because for all these years since we were teenagers, we never had a cool name for it. Like, even Fake Out Rock, it's kind of a name. This one is just, you know, that one cool rock. We'll always say like, hey guys, do you want to hike up to that one cool rock? Anyway, you can see how steep it is right here, because this thing juts right out to the edge of the mountain. Let me try to film this without falling down it. Okay, you can see what a crazy predicament this is. I don't think it's bad enough being right here. Just wait till you see what we do next. So one of the fun things about this rock is it's really cool on top of it. The thing is, in order to get up on top of it, there's no other way to do it except to take a running jump and hurl yourself right up there. Doesn't look like much from this angle, but if I show you from this angle, you might be able to see just how high up we are and judge how far away it really is from me. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna try a trick here, see if this works. Let's see how this goes. Oh boy, here we go. Okay. Bit of a false start. Just had to gauge the ground, right? Don't worry. You're professional. Yeah. Huh. Just like that. Oh. Great, except now we gotta come back down and get the camera. Oh, good. Nothing to it. All right, I'm not gonna lie, it took me like another 2 tries to get back up here. I'm not as young as I used to be, but anyway, here it is. Yeah, let's switch sides here. So the thing that makes this cool rock really cool, besides this amazing view, is all these little carved out by erosion little bucket seats. Almost each one's perfectly contoured to fit your bum. So as far as being on top of a mountain goes, that juts out over a cliff. Honestly, you couldn't ask for a nicer, more comfortable seat, shall we? You can see it's these little pockets of water that get stuck in here that erode the rock and cause these amazing little bucket seats. So you can just sit here and marvel at Mother Nature. Why do I bother to come up here, make this little journey at least once a year or so? I don't know. There's just something communal about it. Something about being with oneself, communing with nature, communing with God. And just clearing your head, you know? I always say I come up here to sit and breathe and clear my head and have a snack and figure it out. Figure what out, you might wonder? I don't know, just whatever it is, you know, you come up here and you figure it out. So honestly, I could come and hang out here all day, and there have been times where I've hiked up super early in the morning and watched as the sun came over the mountains way up above me until it just lights up everything in the valley. But it's getting late and it's getting cold, so it's kind of like Jim Gaffigan says, the biggest downside to hiking is you get all the way up here and there's no exit through the gift shop. So now we got to hike all the way back down. Well, I don't know if we figured anything out on this particular run, but at least we had a nice trip down memory lane. It's always good to come back up here. Pretty cool. Whew. Man, glad I brought a second coat. Whew. All right, let's go.
mesmo a tristeza tem valor. O que fez as lágrimas no seu rosto e o carinho do seu coração e a menina que sabe o que é o.
Well, that was really nice. Thanks for coming with me. I hope you enjoyed this, and hope you come along for another, well, many more adventures. We'll see you next time.